are C to SPI, and we did implement SPI. Now, we were tasked with meeting the president, Sleepy Joe, but we can't really sleep too long, so we needed this alarm clock to click, right? So what we did in terms of our implementation was we utilized 4 push buttons. One selects the mode of our alarm clock, one sets the hours, one sets the minutes, and then we have an alarm off button. Now, everyone hates waking up in the morning, right? So you're really not, your peripherals aren't all there, right? So what we did was we attached a DC servo motor to the alarm off button, so you actually have to be awake, and it moves around to put it to snooze, essentially. So you have to like work with the alarm to turn it off. So you will have to wake up, essentially. You won't miss your meeting at least, right? So,
Want me to demo right now?
yeah.
Okay.
Jimmy will demo that right
So,
now.
Currently, this is hours and minutes. Currently, I have it sped up by about 12 times. So this is turning, this is incrementing every 5 seconds. If we were to, this is just for the sake of presentation. If we were to hand this product off to a customer, we would obviously set it to every minute the minute hand goes up. So this is currently in clock mode. To set the alarm, first of all, you can set the clock.
We chose to leave the seconds off there, so we could actually get the colon in there as well.
Yeah, we care about that colon.
And
So-
for the helper function to put the strings together of the integers.
Yeah.
And then if so if the minutes are less than 9, it'll pad with a 1, like
Yeah.
just like a real clock.
And so right now we set it to 6:36. We want to set our alarm to probably 7.
Press to hold, press and hold.
Yeah. Now we're back into the clock mode, and we'll actually just set the clock so that we're closer, and we're snoozing. We're getting ready for our big day. Meeting with the president.
So the problem with
Wait, 2. Wait, 10 more seconds.
Okay.
You can make your point in 10 seconds.
Dramatic effect.
1.
Yeah, really ham it up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, the problem with doing anything related to time on the Arduino Uno is it doesn't have an RTC module, so you normally, if you were going to incorporate anything to do with time, you would use an RTC chip. What's an RTC? An RTC, you might have seen them, they usually have like a cell battery in them, so like even if the unit is off, it'll run and keep the time, and you can just pull the time off it. Most of the time, it'll take the time from when the file was uploaded into the Arduino. So that's what it uses that as like its start time, and then it calculates from then. So yeah. So to do the time, we have to actually just like set it ourselves and have a timer going from when the time is set.
And so, do you want me to go? Okay, so we were originally going to actually implement this with a real-time operating system. But the module to make this liquid crystal display or the dot matrix work actually blocks that. There's some task blocking mechanisms there. So we had to go back to the simple Arduino setup and loop and pull. Now to get around that, we use these buttons, and we made some quasi interrupting, like it's latching. So you press the button, and it then has another function that gets called when it actually, like the routine for that button. It's all kind of done with pulling to mimic interrupting. So then we typically, so after we did the button pulling, we then we have minutes, hours that go to the clock, and then we have a flag for when the alarm is on. That's how we run this product.
Okay. Yeah. I was tasked with the mechanical design and soldering and wiring and doing the layout. As well, Jimmy, one last thing that he did that and the whole team did was set up kind of a random loop for when the alarm goes off, so that it kind of is unpredictable and goes around really fast. And so that was kind of a nice little trick added at the last minute. So it's you can't guess, you have to pay attention. This is based off of like 1990s classic alarm clocks. There's a slant on the front. It should have more structure. It should stand up a little bit more forward like this, but
It's aerodynamic.
It's aerodynamic. Didn't have enough time. Didn't have enough time to put it in tap. So yeah, stiffness is a problem with cardboard, and stiffness is really important when you're dealing with pressing buttons, because you need an equal and opposite force coming back at you. So there's tons of glue and stacked cardboard in there to kind of give it as much stiffness as possible. And so we would just say that, just to cover some improvements, we would implement RTOS, real-time operating system, and having a real-time clock module. That would make it more fast, accurate, and a lot more features could be added with interrupts. And also we'd add a proper snooze button that would reoccur after a set snooze time that you could adjust. We'd also have more alarm tones selectable in our memory, so that you could go through different songs or whatever you wanted. And then also, we thought it'd be cool if the alarm movements became more erratic and even faster the longer that you slept. so that like you kind of pay the price for sleeping in longer and past your wake up time.
You could also have like an array of buttons, but and it chooses one random one that works. So even if you get it there,
Then you really want to go out the window.
I think we're gonna wrap this up. I think we're going down a rabbit hole.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
All
thanks
right.
guys.
Wonderful.